And what's going on, you guys? What's going on, you guys? Let me make sure my mic is on point because I am on my laptop chair. So let me make sure. Okay, it is on point. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. And we're here for another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 6. Another episode where I was completely bored and ready for the damn reunion, okay? Like, that's just the truth. I'm ready for the reunion. I'm ready for the reunion. Ready for the reunion. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. I am definitely ready for the reunion, period, point blank. Have y'all noticed I've been live literally all day today? Like, listen, I'm utilizing all my time. My vacation is coming to an end tomorrow, and I am getting all the content out that I need to fucking get, okay? Period, point blank, okay? Now, while y'all up in here, go ahead and like up this video. Go ahead and like up this video. We got like 76 people up in here, but 30 likes. So go ahead and like up this video. I really ain't got that much to say tonight on tonight's episode. I really think that this is going to be a pretty short review. Or whatnot. But yes, honey. Yes, baby. It's going to be very short. Very short. Very, 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 very short. Y'all, my haircut. This is probably one of the best haircuts I've had in quite a long time. Like, I am loving this haircut. Like, and it's in the skin, and like I am completely fabulous, okay? Like, I just look so good. Not trying to be a narcissist or anything like that, because I know some narcissists. But however, I am cute. Anyway, I ain't even gonna hold y'all because this episode wasn't all there at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this review. Ain't no need for me to wait until the 10-minute mark for anything. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. That's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I know y'all ready. So let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to Jeremy Speaks TV. I see him in the building. Shout out to him. Shout out to all my moderators that's in the building and everybody else that's tuned in for a special edition of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Not reunion. Lord, I'm just ready for the reunion, and I'm calling this a reunion review, and it ain't even a reunion yet. But yeah, first of all, let me just say this. Before we even get into the review, let me just say this real quick. Don't y'all know that on Twitter, I was attacked by this vile-ass LAMH fan. All I sent, I didn't even diss Melody on the video. All I really said was, I said, I don't think Melody should have done this. When I was talking about like the family trip, this woman comes in and say, well, I expect a non-married, non-children having gay man to say this. Of course you would say that, or something she said. And I know my response was probably a bit extra, which is why I deleted it at first. So I responded and I said, bitch, fuck you. That's what I said. But I took it back. I took it back. Hold on, wait a minute. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. I took it back after I said it. Not too long after I said that, I took it back and I deleted it. So then after I deleted it, I went back and I said, and at the end of it, he showed why she shouldn't have made that decision. So go to West Hell. That's what I said. So then she called me a misogynistic buzzy and that I'm very sensitive, but she still loved me though. Girl, what? Girl, what? And I was not even following her. She was following me. So I didn't know who the fuck she was until today. I'm like, are you serious? What? I blocked her though. I definitely blocked her ass. Like, that was a bit much. Like, and I felt like I was wrong for calling her a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I was wrong for calling her a bitch. But, you know, let me see. When I said, bitch, fuck you, she turned around and said, you can't fuck me, bitch. I don't get down like that with your sensitive ass. That was the first thing. Then next thing, because I guess she caught my tweet before I deleted it, right? So that's why she said that. So I said he instantly showed why she shouldn't have done it. Girl, go to West Hell. Then she turns around and said, he, with your misogynistic, buzzy ass, fuck your mammy too, heifer. And I'm like, No, she didn't say fuck your mammy. I didn't say nothing about nobody's mama or nothing like that. Then she gonna turn around and say, but I still love you though. Bitch, are you serious? Because I literally deleted my tweet at first when I said, bitch, fuck you. Because I really felt like, okay, maybe I should have responded like that. I should have responded with more coof. You feel what I'm saying? I should have responded with more coof. That's what I was saying. So I deleted it. But after I saw the rest of the shit she said, I was like, girl, really? I'm like, girl, really? Is that what we doing? Are you serious? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Wait, man. Let me take somebody back real fast. But anyway, so yeah, I was just like, girl, what? But I was just, child. I'm just like, girl, whatever. Like, it is, like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I like, it really, because I really don't get all this on Twitter. But I'm just like, girl, child, it is what it is. However, before I start, somebody just asked me, what do I use on my skin? I only use Noxzema. That's really it. I just use Noxzema, and sometimes I use like Dove soap. That's really all I use. Like straight up. Like that's all I use. Hold on, y'all. So anyhow, now that I'm back, let me go back and let me get back into it. So we opened up the episode with Stormy, Tiffany, and Melody. Okay. I forget where they at or what the fuck they doing, but they're out. Another scene about them talking about the same old thing. Like that's basically what it is. And Catherine, you do not need a Twitter. You can't save me from everything. I see your DL. You don't need no Twitter, child. I'm barely on there to begin with. However, what was I going to say? But yeah, they was all out together, and I'm guessing. Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, because that ain't really important right now. So they talk about the peace party, and then Stormy was basically saying that she was happy with how the peace party went. She's happy that, everybody was cordial, everybody was getting along. It wasn't a bunch of drama. It wasn't this, it wasn't that. So, she was happy with the way everything went. And, that's when Melody said it was to the point to where, Destiny invited me to a photo shoot. And everybody, and then, Stormy and what's her name? Stormy and Tiffany, they started getting all excited and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, okay, so what happened? So she was like, I came there to support. I was there. I was showing her love. We laughed, we talked. But then we pretty much had a conversation. And then as she was telling them that they were having a conversation, they started getting their hopes up and shit, thinking that they're about to be friends and all that other shit. And so it was like, whatever. So I'm just like, why is it that every time these conversations come up, y'all want to force the hand of friendship to these women? I don't get it and I don't understand. They had a conversation. They agreed that, we're not going to be friends. We're going to be cordial and that's it. And that's all I can give you. That's exactly what they did. And honestly, at the end of it all, like Melody and Destiny do not need to be friends at this point. Like it's beyond done at this point. So many things have been done. So many things have been said. Lives have been done. Receipts has been put out there. Secrets have been revealed. Money has been spent. They don't need to be friends no more. It's just that simple. They don't need to be friends no more at all. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know why people always feel like it's a bad thing to just move forward. My thing is, like I said before, I really want to know what is really the issue between Melody and Destiny, and why does she feel the need to cut her off? Like what was the breaking point? Like, is it because you felt like she was running back telling Martel the things that was going on in your life and what you was doing and all this other stuff? That could be the reason. I mean, I really don't know what was really the case here. But all I know is that when I don't want to deal with somebody, I do distance myself, but ultimately I let you know what it is. I don't like to cut people off without them knowing why I'm not cutting them off. Like, you got to know why I'm not fucking with you no more. And that's just it. And sometimes people really have to realize and understand that it's okay for people to not want to fuck with you no more. You got to think about the things that you did and think about the things that you may have said and the things that may have offended somebody else. And that's just what it is. Like, for me, it is what it is. It has to, for me, Jeremy, it has to be a reason. It's like, if I don't mess with you, it's for a reason. I don't see why that's a question. It has to be a reason. You don't just up and stop messing with people for no reason. It got to be a reason. Destiny obviously did something that was distasteful to her. Destiny obviously said something that offended her. Destiny obviously did something that she didn't really care for or just didn't like. It got to be a reason. Everything you do is for a reason. It's never no reason for anything that you do. She says she heard her talking mess, Jeremy, but I feel like it's way more than someone talking mess. Like, you can get past talking mess at some point. I guess at some level you can. But I personally feel, in my opinion, it's way more than some petty ass shit talking. It got to be way more to it than that. That's my opinion, though. But, And that's what I'm saying. It probably was a combination of things. It's a combination of things. Like, when you don't want to deal with somebody, it got to be a reason for it. Like, when I don't deal with somebody, it's probably things that was leading up to the situation. Something probably happened here. Something probably happened here. And I probably internalized it. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm done. But like I said before, I'm not everybody. Everybody doesn't roll the same way I do. So I don't expect everybody to understand what I'm saying. So for me, it's like, I feel like this. It got to be a reason. For me, I'm not speaking for Melody. I'm speaking for me. I feel like whenever a friendship ends, it's a reason. Just like Mother of One said, when friendships end, it's due to a last straw. And I feel like there was a last straw in Melody's friendship, Melody and Destiny's friendship, that made Melody not want to deal with her anymore. It had to be something that was the last straw. Like, what was really the last straw? What happened? What led you to it? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Because for me, I could see shit and I just let it go. But then there's maybe one more thing that happened that made me feel like, okay, bitch, that's it. I don't want to deal with you like that. Because that literally just happened to me recently. Like, somebody said something that I feel was very, somebody said something to me that was very triggering. They knew why it was triggering, and they said it in front of a bunch of people. And thought it was okay to make light of. And they knew I was pissed about it. And they eventually reached out to me and apologized. But I never looked at that person the same anymore. So it's kind of like, that was it. I was already looking at you funny anyway because of the way you move. You was already doing things that I really didn't care for. You was already rocking and doing stuff that I didn't like. You was already doing shit that I questioned in my mind. You were already doing stuff. So it was kind of like, you know, what are you saying? So that was my last straw. So that's what I mean by it gotta be a reason. That's why I think it's a reason. I don't really believe you just cut people off and then it ain't never nothing. So that's how I see it, but you know, I don't expect everybody to get that. It is what it is. So they start, you know, but I just feel like at some point people just gotta let it be. Like you can't make people be friends with each other. You just can't. You just can't make people be friends with each other. It is what it is. I think that they both did shit that probably pissed the other one off, and that's just what it is. But I think one person is more hurt by it than the other. That's why I stand with it. Let's see. They started talking about this family trip that Melody invited Martel on. I still don't feel like she should have invited him on any family trip. I don't believe that was the right thing to do. I don't think that was the brightest idea in her head. She had no business inviting that man on no trip. I don't give a damn how much y'all been getting along for the last couple of weeks. A tiger never changes his stripes. And Martel was narcissistic before you invited him on that trip, and he gonna remain narcissistic and an emotional bully after you invite him on the trip. I just don't believe that was a good idea. And one could argue, well, she probably just tried to, you know, do it for the sake of the kids. No, some things you can do for the sake of the kids, but some shit is just a bit much. And I do think that it seems like mixed gestures. Like, I don't think that was a good idea. Like, it was a bad idea, in my opinion. And when I said it was a bad idea, that's when I got that scathing tweet from this vile person on Twitter bringing up my sexuality to trying to debunk what I said. And it doesn't debunk anything. It's the truth. It's definitely the truth. There's no need to, you know, put on fake faces or do things just for the sake of the kids. Like, y'all can get along and not go on no trips together. And then, you know, there's people saying, I would hate to have kids by y'all. I would hate to have kids by y'all. Everybody's situation isn't the same. Everybody's situation isn't the same. And it's not me trying to, because once I say this, everybody thinks that it's me trying to criticize Melody. It's not me trying to criticize Melody at all. At all. That's not me trying to do that. I'm just simply saying I don't think it wasn't a good idea. To me, it wasn't. I don't think it was a good idea. I don't think she should have done that. I ain't blaming her, but they wasn't in their place yet to be doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they was really at their place yet. They were building, but I felt like they needed to build some more so Melody could really see exactly what he was on at that time. Because you never know it with Martel. I mean, you never really know with him. So, I mean, nah, I just feel as though it's crazy. So it is what it is. Hold on, you guys. Wait a minute. All right. Anyway, people trying me today. Anyway, so yeah, I think it was just too soon for a family trip. Her intentions were good, but nah, everybody don't deserve all that. Everybody don't deserve your kindness. It ain't that. Nah. Where we at? So Destiny. Ain't this lady her cousin or her friend? Somebody please tell me in the chat. Is that her cousin or her friend? Because I don't remember. Because at first I thought she was Kimmy. A low-rent ass Kimmy. That's what I thought. Okay, so that's her cousin. So her cousin explained how she knew him. Apparently, this cousin know just about everybody. She already knew Melody did her makeup. She knew Ken. I think she said she knew Tiffany. She did her makeup. She knew. I think she knew Ken. What's her name? Kimmy. She knew all the women. She went to school with Martel. All that good judge, whatever. And she knows them. So Destiny starts explaining her place with Melody. I'm going to need Destiny to admit that she's hurt, that Melody no longer wants her friendship. I'm gonna need for her to admit that she's hurt, that Melody no longer wants her friendship. It's okay to admit that. Sometimes there's sometimes you love a person more than they love you, and that's okay. Somebody and you know what? Going back to Jeremy's point, why does there have to be a reason? The reason why I feel so strongly about this is because I had somebody that was one of my best friends that literally stopped speaking to me. And I had no idea why. As far as I knew, we were good. We didn't argue. There was no snake shit. It was nothing. He just up and stopped speaking to me out of the blue. We had 201 people in the chat, but only 85 likes. Let's get these likes up. He stopped speaking to me for no reason. Absolutely no reason. I was calling, I was texting, I was doing all that, and he wasn't responding to me. And I was sitting back wondering, did I do anything to him? Did I say anything wrong? What did I do for him to be shutting me out? I don't understand. I was even talking to other friends about it. And one of them was like, well, he said this. So when they told me what he said, I went and I confronted him like the grown man that I am. I went and I confronted him and I asked him, is this the reason why you're not talking to me? No. It's not a problem. I just been going through stuff. His mother had just passed away, right? So maybe about a year or so before this, his mother had died. Well, I've been in therapy. I'm still dealing with the death of my mom, and I just been having a lot going on. So it has nothing to do with you. We're good. We don't have a bad, we're still friends. It's nothing wrong. Nothing happened between you and I. I just have a lot going on, and it's a lot that I'm trying to heal from, mainly my mother's death. And me being me and gullible, I understood him. So that was that. But then I kept hearing there were other things that was going on. And anytime I asked, he even reached out to me. And then he turned around and said it was still no problem. So that's why I can't respect people when they just up and ghost you like that. That's my whole point. I've been on the receiving end of someone that ended a relationship with me for no reason. I did nothing to him but be ride or die. Put myself in situations that I didn't need to be in because I'm loyal to you. You know what I mean? Like, we have been so close. Like me and that person was like this. We were so close, okay? This person was just that close to me. Like, people thought we were dating. We kissed each other before. Like, we were able to do shit like that. Like, when you seen, we be hugged up with each other like we dating and shit, but we really like best friends. Like, anytime you saw me, you saw him. And for that to stop out the blue for no reason at all, it hurt me because I thought I did something. And one thing about me is that I can own my shit. If you ever hear Josiah talk about me, he always say, I have a lot of self-awareness about myself. I know exactly what I got. I know exactly what I need to work on. My delivery of words, I'm very cold sometimes, and I can be aloof in bad situations. I know that. And sometimes I'm not emotionally available. So I understand. So, you can say that, Jeremy. But so that's the type of relationship we had. Like, we were so close, very close friends. We never had sex, but we were always like, you know, like we hug each other all the time. Like we'll be at people's house and he'll be sitting on the couch like this, and I lay up beside him like this. You know, when he's drunk, I have to put him. He lays in my lap when I'm drunk. When he's drunk, and I'm trying to get him back to life. You know, I say, y'all put the bucket right here so he can throw up, so he won't throw up on my leg. That's the type of shit. That's the type of relationship we had. We were so close, just like that. So for all of that to just stop out of the blue was just crazy to me. So it was just like, we were not messing around, Jeremy. We were not messing around. We were just very, very close. So I hate it. That's why I hate when people do that, because I've slept with a friend before, but not this one. However, it was just crazy to me how that happened. And it was just like, I didn't understand what happened. And then, you know, for a long time, he was not speaking to me. And then all of a sudden, he called me asking me to go out to dinner with him and another friend. And, you know, he did have a boyfriend, right? And me and the boyfriend was kind of cool. And so when him and the boyfriend would have issues, the boyfriend would come to me. Why? I don't know. But we were very, very young then. Like we was like 24, 23 years old back then. So he would come to me, and I didn't really have much sense back then. So I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing. So it was kind of like he would come to me for his problems and stuff like that when he would have issues with my friend and stuff. And then, you know, I would try to help. But one time his friend came to me with some issues, and then it was kind of like, you know, I said, well, you know how he is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know how he is. You know how his attitude is. You just gotta wait till he calms down and cools down, and then y'all can have a conversation about it. And after he was like, yeah, you're right. But after he said that, he went to my friend my friend at the time, and switched up my words and lied on me. And my friend came back and told me. So then he was like, I know you didn't say it like that. He's a liar. I know you didn't say it like that. So after that, I was down with the cause. You said he had broken up with him and all types of stuff like that. So I was under the impression that they were over with. So I'm just being that friend, like, yeah, I got your back. I got your back. You want to kill that bitch? I got your back. Like being ride or die. But then my friend at the time came back to me and said, I've decided that I'm going to take him back despite what he has done. I'm going to take him back. We're going to work on our relationship. How do you feel about that? When he told me that, I said, listen, I love you. You're like a brother to me. But as far as your man is concerned, I don't respect him. He lied on me. And I feel like he's causing issues. So what I'm going to do is, because that is your man, I will respect him. If we have to be in the same room, I will respect him. I will be cordial. It won't be no negative energy. But I don't want to be close to him like I was before. I don't want him calling me when y'all are having a problem. I don't want him calling me for nothing unless you are sick and on your deathbed, he don't need to call me. So that's just what it is. He don't need to call me. We good. We see me and him, we see each other. I don't respect him because he lied on me. But that's your man, I'm going to respect him when I'm in your presence. I ain't going to lie. I'm probably going to talk some shit about him when I'm not around him. But I'm not going to disrespect him. He was like, I respect that. But after that, we stopped really speaking like that. So sometimes I feel like the relationship that he had with that boy that he's still with today is the reason why we're not friends anymore. Because even when, I didn't see him anymore for a good, because this was like 2000 and what? That was 2004 when that happened. But then months later, that's when he called and asked to hang out with me. So months later, he asked to hang out with me. And that was probably the last time we hung out. Like, because that happened in April 2014 or something like that. And he called and to hang out with me one weekend, October 2014. We hadn't seen each other in months. So We were hanging out that whole weekend, and it felt so good because we haven't hung out in a long time. And I was like, child, this was good. We need to do this again. It's been so long. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna hang out again. Like, trust me, we're gonna do this more often. We never did it. I called, I wished him a happy birthday. Like, his birthday is like 4 days apart from me. I wished him a happy birthday. He wished me one back. I invited him to my birthday dinner. He didn't show up. I invited him 2 years in a row. He didn't show up. And it was to the point where I just stopped doing it. And because he wasn't talking to me, wasn't calling me. And then I had not seen him since 2014. I didn't see him anymore until 2019 when I was at work. I saw him for the very first time in like 5 years. It was so weird, so, nerve-wracking. Like, I hadn't seen this boy in 5 years. We didn't even speak to each other. And I wept on the inside because I'm just like, it sucks that we was that close and we see each other and we don't even speak. Then I seen him again at a Walmart, and I was in the same aisle as him. And when he saw me, he hurried up and got off the aisle. And I was just like, are you serious? So it's like, I said all that because I know this ain't got nothing to do with the show, but I said all that to say, it took me to see that boy for the first time in 5 years for me to really process the fact that some people are just not meant to be in your life for whatever reason. Maybe his friendship was not needed and we probably made it to the end of the road. You know what I mean? And I still feel like he chose that man over me. That's what I think. Because we never had a problem. We never had no issues up until that man came along. He would never do what he did to me unless it was something else like that. So it was just like, because we were always able to solve any issues we had. We were always able to talk things out if we ever had an issue because we barely had them. So I just felt like his season was up. But what he did do, if you follow me on Instagram, there's a set of, really Facebook, there's a set of guys that you always see me with all the time. That was, that's my friend Tay, my friend Sammy, my friend DeVaris, my friend Carlos. Those 4 guys. I met Tay and Carlos through him, and I started hanging out with Sammy through him. And he don't hang out with none of us anymore, but we all hang out with each other. So I feel like this. It was a blessing at the same time. Like, the way he cut me off was fucked up, but he brought other people into my life that are now my friends of 10 years, over 10 years, because he brought them to me. So I can thank him for that. I can thank him for that. That's one thing I can say. I can thank him for bringing those 4 guys into my life. Because had I not been friends with him, I never would have met them. And now they're my best friends. I go out on all my guys' trips with them. We do everything together. Like, those are my real friends. And I got them through him. He don't have no use for them anymore either. So he did me a favor. I got me a group of brothers that I never thought I would have. So shout out to him for that. So let me move on because I spent too much time talking about me. Melody and Miss Van. Melody getting the kids together. And then after she getting the kids together, she walk up in that kitchen and Miss Van up in there tearing up them damn grapes. Like, I don't know if Miss Van was hungry. She had a fruit rush or whatever, but she was tearing them damn grapes up like she didn't have another meal left in her. She was tearing them fucking grapes up. She was telling Miss Van that Martel is coming. And then, Marlene is also coming on a trip as well. Both of them coming. And so, she was like, well, I haven't spoken to Marlene in like a year, whatever. And so she was like, the last time I talked to her, she was talking about, I confronted her about her making it seem like I was being lazy when I was with Martel and how I didn't do that much when I was with Martel and all this other shit. And so she was like, yeah, I had a problem with that. But, when she comes, I think we're going to have a conversation. I personally don't think that it's really necessary to have a conversation with Marlene about this shit because she said what she said. She's not going to change it. So she said what she said. Like, I don't really think it's a point at this point. Yeah, I don't really think it's a point. So I just feel like she wasting her time really having that conversation with her. And, Cause she gonna feel how she gonna feel. She gonna ride with Martel regardless. Just like you gonna ride with Melody, she gonna ride with Martel regardless. But I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with the idea, but at the same time, I'm like, is it really worth having a conversation about it? It's gonna be like talking to a brick wall. Like it's just this simple. It's gonna be like talking to a brick wall. Like, girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? So, Martel and Marlene. Oh yeah. Let me take that back. Miss Van also asked Melody about having a conversation with Martel. It was about something else. I don't really know why. You know what I mean? So, I don't know why, but it's. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. But yeah, she said she's not interested in having no serious conversations about anything right now. So it's just like, okay, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, maybe y'all can have the conversation, but just not on no family trip. I don't think you want to ruin that. You know what I mean? Like it's already, high tensions or whatever. Like you don't know what's going to come of this. So it's like I don't think y'all need to have no family conversations. I mean, no conversations like that on no family trip while the kids are there. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Just give me a second. Hold on. Ugh, I hate when this laptop start doing this stupid shit and I can't see. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why people choose to argue with me today. But anyway, so that's just what I think. But Martel and Marlene, they discussed the trip. Marlene is happy about the trip. It's reminiscent to the things that they used to do in the past. And then they start talking about, how it's all about the children. It's not about everything else. I still feel like Martel got something else up his sleeve, and Destiny is not Destiny. Melody is making a big mistake by having this trip, but that's just my opinion. Kimmy and Maurice, they leave the doctor. Kimmy is having her chemo treatments, and I feel like I think she said it's going to be 20 weeks of chemo. I really don't know how this goes. I don't know, but it's 20 weeks of chemo, and she got 19 weeks left. They found out that the cancer hasn't spread it anywhere, so that's a good sign. And she's trying to be optimistic about everything, even though at the very beginning she was trying to be, but she really wasn't. But now she's a little bit optimistic, and I think that's a good thing. So shout out to Kimmy for that. It's a good thing to try to be optimistic about things, even when things look very bleak. It's good to be very optimistic about it, because when you speak negativity, sometimes negativity just pops up when you speak it. So shout out to Kimmy for trying to be optimistic about it, because it's hard to be optimistic about something like cancer. Like, it really is. Melody and the children, they headed to Destin, honey. That's all I'm saying about that. Kimmy Maurice, her family is there. They're all there to support her. They're there to take care of her, uplift her, all of that stuff. So it's good to have family around you when you're going through stuff like that. It's a good thing. So we on a family trip. She's showing people where they sleeping at. First things first, she finds out that they got Martel's food wrong, and she all mad about it. Girl, he could have ordered his own damn food. Don't be ordering no food for him. Then there's the room debate. Martel mad because he ain't in the room by the kids. Then he up here flirting. And see, this is another reason why he did not need to be on no trip with you, because he think he gonna get some while he on that trip. Then, Martel and Merlene, they discuss how they feel about the trip and how happy they are to be on the trip. And then, the kids was basically happy about, Melody and Martel getting along. And she was basically letting them know, yeah, we're getting along. We're not getting back together. We're not doing any of those things. You know what I'm saying? And, we're just trying to make it right. We're just trying to get along because we love you guys. And that's really all that it's about. That's all that it's about. Like, just getting along for the children. But it's still kind of shaky that they're on this trip. I didn't trust it from the very beginning. Because as you can see, after that trip, it was some bullshit after the trip. And then we see in the previews that he bringing the Scots on the trip, knowing that Melody don't fuck with him. So I'm like, girl, what you doing? So, I don't, but I will say this though. My parents were never married, right? My parents met when my mother was in her early 20s. My mother had me when she was like 23. My dad was maybe 20, 19, 20, somewhere. My mother was like maybe 3 years older than he was. So my parents didn't get along because of the stuff that happened in the past. Like I told y'all before, my dad's first 4 kids are the same age. Like my oldest brother, Anthony, he just turned 34 in August. I turned 34 in February. We didn't even know about Anthony until I was like 7, and I didn't meet Anthony until I was 12. So I was thought to be my dad's firstborn, right? So for a long time, everybody thought that I was the firstborn, but it was really Anthony, but we didn't know anything about Anthony. I know my dad told me that I had a brother by the name of Anthony when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I didn't meet him until I was 12. So Anthony just turned 34 in August. I turned 34 in February, right? So when I turn 34 in February, me and Anthony will both be 34. My brother Chris just turned 32 in May. And my sister Christian just turned 32 in September. So they're both 32. So you can see what was going on. My dad was cheating, doing what fuck boys do. And that's what happened. So, a lot of things happened when I was a small kid, and my mom and my dad did not get along. They didn't start getting along until we were grown. You feel what I'm saying? Like until like we were in our mid 20s, my mom and dad started getting along. Like I didn't tell my dad that I was gay until I was like 24, and that was by the way of my mom. So they went through that together. My mom and dad went through that together with me coming out. So it was like, you know, my mom and dad, they didn't get along until I was in my mid 20s, like, period. Like, you know, it was better late than never. Like, it's a good thing that your parents can be in the same room laughing and talking instead of my mama cussing him out and him walking away while she cussing him out. So it was a good thing, you know. Like, I enjoy seeing my mom and dad getting along. Like, I don't and you know, my dad is married anyway these days, so you know, he married to my other sibling's mother. So you know, we all get along. You feel what I'm saying? So it's good to know that. It's good to be in this situation. You feel what I'm saying? Scotty, I love your transparency. Thank you. This is why y'all watch me. Because I'm sometimes I'm a little bit too I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit too transparent. Like, I'm gonna try to wing out these last few minutes of this video just by being transparent about shit that's relatable to me from this show. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too transparent. Like I open up my life to you guys a whole lot. And one thing about it, you would know that I'm not lying or about anything. Like, sometimes I keep it way too real for y'all. Because I admit to shit that most people would not admit to. I admitted to dating two brothers. I admit most people wouldn't even admit that because folks will try to call them a hoe. I don't care what you think of me. I did date two brothers. I didn't know that they were brothers, but I did date two brothers. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I admit all of my faults, all of my weaknesses, all of my strengths, all that good stuff. I admit to everything that I've ever done and ever will do, because I am an imperfect person. I never want to get on here and ever feel like I'm being, you know, being self-righteous or someone, because I feel like the reason why y'all like me is because I'm relatable. Sometimes people want to listen to a person that they can relate to. Like, you know, I always want to be the person that is, you know, like your gay best friend or your favorite gay cousin or some shit like that. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to be, like, I want to be your gay cousin, you know, your favorite gay cousin and shit like that. Like, that's what I want to be. I want to be that. That's the type of persona that I feel like I bring. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think that's why people like me. You feel what I'm saying? And I just, like I always say, if you don't like me, and if you don't like what I do and the way that I present myself, then you just a hater and you got low self-esteem, child. It's really not anything to not like about me. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just being honest. I know I could be a little bit annoying sometimes. I know that I can do that. I know I can be a little bit annoying, a little bit dramatic. I know this. Your transparency is probably helping someone who is afraid to open up about their life. That is true. Very true. Very true. I definitely agree with that. So, you know, I feel like, you know, I have, like, that's my purpose of being here, is to open up and be transparent with everyone. And I feel like that's why I'm still here. And y'all, let me be, because this review was always like an hour. So I'm gonna try to wing this for another 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, let me see. I wonder what sign your Mercury is. And it is not a water sign, honey. Let me tell you, because I got it in my phone. Let me tell you what it is. Because I have a lot of Aquarius, Taurus, and Capricorn in my chart. So let me look for it for you real fast. I'm gonna tell you what my Mercury is. I forgot what it was, but I think I know what it is, but I forgot. Let me see right quick. I hope I'm not boring y'all, child. Let me see. My Mercury is in Capricorn. That's what my Mercury is. My Mercury is in Capricorn. Yes, I am an Aquarius. My moon sign is Taurus. My rising is Leo. My Venus is Aquarius. My Mercury is Capricorn. I have a lot of Capricorn. I have a lot of Taurus and Aquarius on my chart. A lot of my Mars is in Taurus. Probably why I like sex all the time. I like to eat and fuck all the time. That's probably why. But you know. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably why I like to eat and fuck all the time. My Mars is in Taurus. So, you know, who knows? We definitely not bored like that episode. Well, child, you know the people trying to say I'm boring, child. You know, I gotta throw that dig in there somehow, some way. You know, the people trying to say I'm boring and shit and drying all that other crazy shit. You know, the people do be trying to say that about me. But you know, I don't care. I like to poke fun at it. It don't mean shit to me. I like to poke fun at it. Let me see. I think that's why I adore you. You're an Aquarius like my oldest son, and I'm a Cancer, and we get along like peas and pie. Child. So basically, you like me and my mama because I'm an Aquarius and my mother is a Cancer. Child. Let's see. Oh, wow. Mercury and Capricorn. You're cool. You're calm. And collected style of interacting makes others feel that they can trust you and depend on you because they can. Let me tell y'all. Just think about everybody that I'm cool with on here. Now, we're not even going to talk about my real, like, I don't want to say real life friends because that's going to, like, I don't want it to diminish the friendships that I got on here. So I don't want to say real life friends because they're my real life friends as well. But when you think about the people that are on YouTube that are my friends that I really consider to be like my friends, like I have a lot of relationships, but these are people that are my friends, like T, like Jamar, like Josiah, like Maddie, like Jamie, you know, Mims, House of Aaron, Rox, Ashley, you know, just to name a few. Brooke, for example, Brooke Ashley, Alex Salter, like all, and you know, me and Mims, like my relationship with Mims and Alex is growing, but you know, they have always been like really, really cool with me, especially when I was losing people left or right. They was checking in. Like it's a lot of great people in this YouTube game that I'm really, really friends with, like straight up, like period. So that should show you. People really fuck with me, especially Black YouTube. A lot of people fuck with me. And you're really going to see it when you see this project it's not really a project. It's really like, it's a collaboration that I did with somebody. I wish I could tell y'all. God, I wish I could tell y'all. It's killing me not to say nothing. But I can't wait for y'all to see it. That's why I don't really care about what people say. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I have to really, the only time I really cared about what people thought of me was when we did that interview with Mark. Like that fucked with my mental state completely. Like I was mentally out of there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was mentally out of there. That's why I would never go back and look at that video again. I don't want to see the comments. I don't want to see shit. Like those people were eating me up for days. And that was fucking with me. Like, oh, that was the horrible, horrible shit. Child. But all in all, y'all, I thank y'all. I really do. I thank y'all. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why Harold don't have no mod stick. I don't see why he don't have one. He been around for so long. Why he got no mod stick? Let me get him one. Scotty, you got subscribers young and old. I'm old enough to be your mother. Child, I have so many people that I have so many subscribers that are like around my mother's age. It's so funny to me, but you know, I don't be thinking nobody be paying me no attention. Like Mims hated when I say I'm still a smaller YouTuber. He'd be like, "You are not no smaller YouTuber. You need to stop." I said, "Yes, I am. I still feel like it. Still feel like it. But you know, I still feel like it." So it is what it is. But y'all, I barely talked about anything on Scotty. Are you in a serious? Nope. Just, you know, I'm not in no serious relationship. Do I have a connection? Yeah. but I'm not in a relationship. Hopefully it turns into a relationship, but you know, I'm not in no relationship. You gotta watch Boys Night Out. You gotta watch this. If y'all did not see this last episode of Boys Night Out yesterday, y'all really need to tune in to that because that was a really good episode. And I know it's 3 hours long because we had been gone for like 3 weeks, but that was one of my favorite episodes of Boys Night Out. Y'all really need to tune in to that. And Tramel really does fit in with the group so well. And I didn't know how Kane was gonna fit in when he was a guest host as well, but he fit in too. You know, Maddie was gone because he had something to do and T was sick. So I brought in Tramel and I brought in Kane. And Tramel and Kane really did do a good job last night. Y'all really need to tune in because that was a very good episode. Yeah, like I said, it's 3 hours long, but it was so good. Y'all really need to watch it because it was so good. One of my favorite episodes, child. Favorite episodes. But I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I'm glad that you guys listened to me, even though you know I barely talked about the episode. But yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for watching and all of that good stuff. I'm about to get up out of here. I've been going live literally all day. I think I went live like 3 times today. This is like my 3rd time going live today. And I know I'm going live tomorrow too. And make sure, let me remind y'all of something real fast. I gotta remind y'all. Come on. Why is this laptop doing this stupid shit? Anyway, there it goes. But yeah, Who Was Wrong is tomorrow morning at 11 p.m. Central, 11 a.m., 11:15 a.m. Central Time, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. It's coming on tomorrow, and it will be featuring Niecy Dixon. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. We'll be talking about Nene and Cynthia, okay? So Nene had me tickled. She was fucking hilarious. But with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scott about Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also be sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down in the description box below. That's all I got for you guys. This is the last video of the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here, y'all. Bye.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B. It's got a little bit of pop. It's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tramel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.